Need high-quality video to promote your event, business, or band? We can help.
We're Pixel Pond, a video production team based in the Pacific Northwest, providing high-quality content to clients across the U.S. and Canada.
Whether you want coverage of your live event to promote for next year, or need a camera and a camera operator for your next big project, we can accommodate projects of all sizes.
Your story is important. Visit pixelpondllc.com or send an email to info@pixelpondllc.com to get started today. We can't wait to work with you.
Parental warning. The following podcast is rated T for teen. Please podcast responsibly.
This time on Gamers Week podcast. A 91-year-old Ohio woman was recently surprised by a visit from police during an extended gaming session, which had apparently been so absorbing that she missed checking calls and alarmed welfare agents. Police entered through the garage and found the woman in her room playing a bubble pop game. In a report, a dispatch officer says she's trying to beat her record and thus missed the checking calls.
What do you want? I'm trying to own these plebs over here.
Just glad it wasn't like hentai and they walked in.
Oh, God.
At 91, what do you even care anymore?
No, yeah.
Oh, God.
You can go get it, Grandma. That's what she said.
She's like, "Aw." Just the disappointment in her voice. You're like, zip. Aw.
I'm glad that that's a joke to you.
Señora micropenis, eh?
Yeah, señor micropenis.
How do you say micropenis in Spanish?
Well, pene is penis. Micro, I mean, it could be penico, pequito, penic, because ito is little, right?
Like un poquito.
Yeah.
Un poquito.
Pendito?
Micro...
Penne.
Penne.
Like the pasta.
It's like, hey, can I have a micropene? And he's looking at you like,
I'll meet you out back.
yeah.
Redox says, I can tell by the topic of discussion I'm in the right place. Our reputation precedes us.
What sauce goes with micro penne?
Gotta be the cream sauce.
Is it a white sauce?
Yeah, it's cream sauce.
Oh, we're getting another explicit rating this week.
Yay!
Micro parm. Would you like a little shred of the micro parm? For your micro penne?
I'm not going to read Go Hobo Go's comment.
My wife has had enough of my micro penne last night.
How many helpings did she get of it? You Fall Before Me says, you know this show has integrity when they constantly show they're not afraid of getting demonetized. That is bold of you to assume we were making money in the first place.
Right. All right, so why don't we go ahead and kick things off? Welcome to Gamers Week podcast. Like the name says, we analyze the best, the worst, and the weirdest headlines of the past week of the video game industry. This is episode 208. Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. My name is Ryan, a.k.a. Retro Game Brews. I will be your host today, but I am not alone. I have two fantastic co-hosts with me. First off, we have a woman who has recently joined the Porno Mafia when she purchases illicit tapes from a gentleman in the back alley of her new porn store called We Got Porn. Blue Williams, how you doing today?
It's We Got Porn !
Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Get the branding right.
Put some enthusiasm into it.
All caps.
We got porn!
Yes. I run a porn shop of the highest integrity.
Yeah.
Only the top quality black market porn tapes available in my store.
I agree. Something about soaking your something.
Soaking your dwarf. Yes, that's a very popular one. Very popular one.
Nice. And next up, I have a gentleman who frequents the store. We got porn with a winning smile and a tramp stamp, and spends a lot of time hovering around Johnny 5. Donnie, how you doing today?
Johnny 5 is I feel like I'm the only one in that corner. It's a nice secluded place, and it's like if the popcorn butter tends to find its way someplace, I'm not ashamed of that.
Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
I did find it hilarious though, as we're watching the playthrough, and she's like, "Oh, there's Donald. He visits the store," and it's almost like an eerie representation because I do wear like camo shorts and like green shirts and stuff, and then I've got a tattoo on the back of my neck, and this guy had a tattoo on the back of his neck. I was like, "What the?"
It knows.
It does.
And you wear your sunglasses inside.
That I'm not a douchebag like that. I can't. I don't wear sunglasses.
I do.
Sorry.
All right. Want to start your own podcast? Maybe called D's Newts, starring two shock jock 90s mascot era newts called Slick Slurp and Sid Skids. You'll need a place to host your show. Buzzsprout has a user-friendly interface, great analytics, and resources to help you grow your audience. Just use the link in the description to get a $20 credit when you sign up for a paid plan. All right, so let's take a look at our reviews, reactions, and requests. First up from Dumb Penguin, Limited Run Games got caught using an unlicensed emulator again this previous week. It's not whether you believe they're capable of changing, but rather who still buys from a company built on lying to you. Wow.
I'd have to look a little bit more into that. Like how are they using an emulator?
I assume that's what they're drawing the ROMs from in order to put them onto a cart or whatever.
Okay.
So
they're not paying for the games that they're then selling.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is. There it is.
Pure profit, baby. All right, next up from WordNa815, a retroactive reached out to customers wronged by the company or option for customers to file and prove LRG did a terrible job handling legitimate issues would be the way to gain my trust back. As it is, I only buy their stuff via Video Game Plus.
They would never do that because it would be like every customer.
Right.
Yeah.
What about their Yelp scores? And last up, Ben Magnet, which I hate him for this because he posted a picture along with it. Listening to Gamers Week and Blue Stars talking about the Street Fighter burgers from Japan made me hungry and miss those burgers. Also, the McFizz was actually pretty good.
I bet the McFizz was pretty good.
If you know somebody that's had the McFizz. All right.
Gulped it right down.
All right, so let's go ahead and shout out our patrons.
We couldn't do what we do without the help of our gorgeous patrons. Here are the generous folks supporting Gamers Week on Patreon. Perler Daddy, Retro Gaming Dev, Retro Blast Pat, BNT Zilla Guy, The Mad Milkman, Seven Castle Forest, Crunchy Kong, John Metroid, Frank Grande, Love Retro BTW, Steven Sand, Ramboski, Terry Canair, Don't Make Me Pull This Car Over. The best part of waking up is games with coffee. Hybrid Divide, You All Before Me, The Let's Play Princess, Lost Shorty, The Pixel Pond Family, including Shannon and Luke and the Skee-Ball Daddy, Zach, a.k.a. Oh, Cluster Nuts, Puzzle Butter, Number One Blue Sick Voice Chan, John Barron, Sassy Sony, Evo Lust, Cyram. Need a little bit more boing in your doing? I sure do. Then head to your nearest gas station for some Angry Sasquatch brand mail enhancement bills. Mega Retro Man, Game of Troid, Maura D, but Michael, looks like I picked the wrong week to quit methamphetamines. La Kite, Emo-esque, Bill Tucker, you know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps, fruitcakes, I hate it when my shorts get twisted, pickled pepper, ducks with thick thighs, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress, Bob's and Dugnut, and Blue's Little Sis. If you like what you hear today, and we really hope you do, please consider joining us on Patreon. Your support helps cover the cost of producing the show, as well as other cool stuff we'll be doing, like prizes and giveaways. You'll also gain access to our bi-weekly patron-only bonus cast called Gamers Week Uncut, Patrons with Benefits. Visit patreon.com/gamersweek or follow the link in the show notes to learn more. And as a reminder, we're including the link to the GoFundMe for our patron Share Snacks, aka Brandon, who is currently undergoing a battle with cancer. We love him, so please consider helping and sharing.
And I think last I checked, it was super close to being 10,000. So it needs 15,000. Could definitely use your help getting there.
Very nice.
All right, let's jump into our headlines.
This headline segment is proudly sponsored by Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress. Each episode, George and Zach discuss and rank all the best things, and right now they're ranking every movie in the Alien vs. Predator connected universe. This week, they've got a trivia question for us. What video game developer, credited with pioneering the ARPG and JRPG genres, took its name from a fictional starship from a popular sci-fi media franchise? Visit them at absolutelythebest.net or follow the link in the show notes.
So my first thought is that it's the developer of what's widely considered to be one of the first JRPGs, which is Dragon Quest. So my thought is that it would be Enix. I didn't know that they pioneered the action role play genre as well. I'm trying to think of what that was, if they did.
I hear Starship and I'm like, Sarah.
We built this city. Built this city on cooking balls.
What's funny is like I heard ARPG, JRPG, the first name that comes to mind is Squaresoft and stuff. So I'm like, how is that a ship named Square? Like that's pretty fun.
It's the Borg, the cube.
It's the Borg. I don't have an answer for this one.
So Enix is based off of Phoenix, right? So I was thinking there's got to be a starship named Phoenix. That seems like it would be, mythical bird that's rebirth from its own ashes. So it fit, but I am not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have a clue for this one.
So Kakalakoa has the correct answer.
What?
Falcom.
Falcom?
Nihon Falcom is named for the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, the E series.
E's, gotcha.
Xanadu? Okay. They pioneered action RPG?
And the JRPG? I was fairly certain that was Enix, but hey, whatever. Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Well, I believe you.
Yeah. Okay. I believed you.
Wikipedia is never wrong, says that. All right, so let's take a look at our first article for today. It says, while the PS5 might be facing its own pricing concerns, the PlayStation 6 is the console on everyone's lips this week. Next generation is claimed to consist of 3 new devices launching at the same time between $350 and $1,000, running across a budget model main console and a handheld. This comes from a popular leaker, Moore's Law is Dead, in a recent live stream who shared rumors suggesting 3 devices are headed to the shelves in 2027. An Orion chipset, full model, and a Canis chipset that will power a cheaper console and a handheld separately. Should these leaks run true, there's a much bigger conversation to be had around the next-gen console war. A console and companion handheld marks a shift in Sony's strategy towards prioritizing its ecosystem over its platform. Traditionally, the actual PS5 device has been the be-all, with the Portal supporting its efforts via streaming. Now we're looking at multiple devices designed to natively play your PlayStation games in different ways at their own price points. It's the battle for the ecosystem that could come to define the next generation of play. After all, Xbox Project Helix is going all in on Windows, positioning in the market by offering a hybrid console and PC design that can take over the living room while falling back on the ROG Xbox Ally handhelds for portable play. Microsoft's ill-fated "This is an Xbox" marketing campaign was on the right lines, even if it was veering off into the wrong direction. The cash really will be in the storefronts you choose, not the hardware you play it on. It also means Valve is going to lumber onto the console battlefield for the first time, and I can easily see a future where it scoops up the trophy.
So you're telling me that 2027, Sony has plans for a PlayStation 6, a Pro model, a base model, and a handheld, and you're jacking up the price of your PS5 in 2026. Make that make sense.
Yeah. Well, the prices are the really interesting part, because if the 3 models are going to run between $350 and $1,000, Thank you, Puzzle. Jacking something. And as you mentioned, in this current landscape, when everything is going up $100, $150, if there was a console out there that you could get, an entry-level console that costs $350 for the next gen, that would be killer.
I mean, isn't that what the PlayStation 3 cost when it came out? Like $290? Was it $399 or
$399 was PlayStation 3, which was astronomical at the time, but
$350 to $1,000 though is quite the range, right?
Right.
It's a girthy range.
Right. That's a girthy range. And I guess what would it be about $1,000 console that would make it worth it compared to something where you can buy it for $350 or maybe the base model at $550 or something like that? Like what would you have to have on that to justify it? And if it's performance, are there going to be games in which are only available for the Pro model? Like
I was thinking it might be like a Series S, Series X situation where developers hate the S and so much doesn't actually run on the dumb thing. That at $350, I don't see how you could make a $350 console in today's landscape and not have to make some of those kinds of sacrifices. Still, though, I don't know. Like you're saying, on the flip side, what justifies a $1,000 console?
Right.
I mean, we practically got $1,000 consoles right now because I think the PS5 Pro is like $950.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. So,
and Davey was saying, so he said, I was saying to Dux a few weeks back about that with the PS5. They haven't pushed the limits of that console yet. So why start pushing the next gen? Well, I mean, because it's considered old. It's what, 6 years old now? So by that case, you're like, oh, because it's old, people want something new. In my opinion, you don't put out a new console every 5 years because back in the 90s when the technology increased, sure, absolutely, put out the new console. But now it's like, what do you need this new console for? Sure. The ray tracing, the 9K HD. I'm somebody that doesn't really care about that. The PS4 to PS5, I'm like, I don't see the difference. I could just stick with the PS4.
Yeah, but their main player base does care very much. And if Xbox is going to go ahead and release their Project Helix, which I think that they do need to go ahead and do that, then Sony doesn't want to be left behind. Left behind in the last gen? How embarrassing.
But think about it this way. If they're losing money on consoles, why continue to go that route? Why not just try something innovative and just stick with the software?
Dongle.
Well, it sounds like they are trying to do something innovative. I mean, it's a very different approach for Sony, even though they're not reinventing the wheel, but they are trying to change their business model. Yeah. And you said, why not stick with the software? Well, I think they're trying to give people more options to invest in their software, as many options as you can possibly have to invest in their software. As it says, this next gen might not be a true battle of the consoles, but a battle of the ecosystems.
Right. Go Hobo Go said if it played all back PlayStation discs, PSP, and Vita, and all ran on one console, I'd feel better about $1,000.
Yeah, if I had one console to rule them all and not have to hook up. I mean, I honestly love having my PS3, my PS2, my PS1, all nostalgia, being able to pop those in, have the original PlayStation loading music and all that stuff. It still gives me the tingles. But if I have one console that I can take all of those discs, pop it in, and it plays it instantly, now you got me for $1,000.
One thing you're going to run into is they don't want to do that because, for one, they just want to sell you the digital versions of those games.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And two, what would prevent you from taking all those pirated games that you made back in the day, where you put like the screw in the lid of your PlayStation 1 so it would stay up and not close, so you could use like rewritable discs on it? Yeah, I remember those days, because they don't want to invest in like anti-piracy crap for PlayStation 1 games.
And if they do that, then you won't be buying all their remasters.
Right.
Of course. Yeah. And I get that.
It's like PlayStation right now is copying off of Xbox and like Nintendo's homework at the same time and expecting you to get an A off of it. Exactly.
I like what you've done here.
We're going to have a handout. We're going to have a PC. We're going to have a base console.
You're going to be able to play it on your refrigerator, man. Like, whoa, we didn't say anything about that.
Let's just throw as many things at the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of seems like Sony is planning their next gen to not be left behind.
Yeah. Which is not a good business model to play catch up and be like, I don't want to be left behind, because then you're not at the forefront of innovation. You're not giving anybody something new. You're just saying, oh, well, we got the same stuff over here.
But right? that's the thing. If it's not innovative, then what difference does it make if you're out? I mean, I understand you're out first and you're like, oh, we got this brand new thing. Okay. And people flock to it and all the fanboys go to it and say, oh, yes, I want to buy this. But then if it's nothing innovative, it's just the same thing. But
it's not the same because it has a 6 after it.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Tiken says, listen, The Last of Us has not been remastered in like 3 years. So you got to release a new console so you can remaster The Last of Us again.
I hate that shit. I really do. Like, it was on the PS3 and they're like, oh, remastered edition for the PS4. But wait, there's more. The Ultra Master edition for the PS5. And you're like, why?
They're going to make it all look like people from the show, though, for The Last of Us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, those mods already exist.
You can get a Pedro Pascal in there.
I like a remaster when you're talking about PS1 to PS5.
Sure.
That spanning that generational gap. But a PS3 to a PS4 remaster? No thanks.
Yeah, but you just don't get it.
Sure I don't, because I'm old.
Star Wars Steve said, yeah, because Pedro ain't been in enough.
Put Pedro in all the things.
Touché.
I do not care. Well, he shaved his mustache and now it's weird. So maybe
Ooh.
It's all you didn't like Pedro, you just liked his facial hair.
Yeah, I'm having to confront this idea that maybe that was it, but I don't know. I'm still working through it.
It's like a Dimitri Martin bit where he says, oh, I was at a party and I saw a guy with a leather jacket on. I thought, wow, that's really cool. And then I went to another party and I saw a guy with a leather vest on. I thought, wow, that's not cool. So I realized that the thing that is cool is leather sleeves.
Leather sleeves.
All right, next up, Australian YouTuber content creator Karl Jobst is suing Donkey Kong record holder Billy Mitchell for defamation following the conclusion of a previous dispute between the two last year. Filed in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Florida, the lawsuit alleges Mitchell engaged in the unauthorized appropriation of name or likeness or intentional infliction of emotional distress. Jobs' complaint notes his status as a creator with more than 1 million subscribers on YouTube, suggesting that the damage to his reputation for credibility and trustworthiness has negatively affected his earnings. The following follows a previous defamation suit Mitchell filed against Jobs related to comments made in a viral video titled "The Biggest Con Man in Video Game History Strikes Again," which he posted in 2021. Following a years-long battle, the court sided with Mitchell in April of 2025, ordering the content creator to pay the arcade gamer a total of $240,000 or 340 Australian dollars. Or sorry, 340,000 Australian dollars.
Whoa, that exchange rate.
Right? Now, Jobs alleged public comments made by Mitchell related to the former's bankruptcy process and crowdfunding campaigns are false, clarifying that he made these statements with knowledge of their falsity or with reckless disregard for the truth. Jobs claimed these statements caused him to suffer presumed damages, pain, embarrassment, emotional suffering, harm to his relationship with his audience, lost future earnings, and more. Mitchell has published an X post since the complaint. I look forward to winning Best Supporting Actor again, Mitchell said.
What a show thing to say.
Oh, God, I know, right? I will say, I hope that this goes through and that the damages far exceed $240,000 for Karl Jobst, because I'll be honest with you, I did not agree with the court's ruling in Australia. But then again, I don't know the court system in Australia. What are the requirements in order to claim that somebody defamed you or libel or slander, whatever it is? It just seemed like the court didn't really care to listen to Jobs' side of the story. But I'll be frank with you, the source for this for me is a video made by Karl Jobst. So I may not be the best or most reliable source, but I've been a fan of Karl Jobst for a long time. He does a lot of really cool stuff. He does like Cheaters is a lot of things that he covers on his channel, as well as speedruns. In particular, he's a big GoldenEye speedrunner, as well as Perfect Dark. So from what I can tell, though, I think he is right. I think his viewership has gone down significantly. since the ruling. I know it went up a lot because every time he talked about Billy Mitchell, he must have had millions of views on those videos. So I'm sure he made a bankload on those. But yeah, it was only a matter of time, though, for Billy Mitchell to say something stupid.
To slip up and he's like, gotcha, bitch.
Yep. Right. Well, and that's kind of the thing is I do honestly have mixed feelings about this. I mean, obviously, Billy Mitchell is a turd nugget. And
allegedly.
Right. He's an alleged turd nugget. But if you are making your career and you're living based on calling people out, eventually it's going to come back to bite you. Mm-hmm. And so I don't really feel bad for Karl Jobst either.
And I think one of the things is he was reckless about it. One of the points that he made out. So Apollo Legend also was a guy that was calling out Billy Mitchell, and Billy Mitchell sued him. And unfortunately, between when Billy sued him and like the, a resolution of the case, Apollo unfortunately took his life. Mm-hmm. So Jobs had alluded to in the video that Billy had some kind of connection with that. So yeah, bad on you, dude. I agree with that.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to, like, this is just really, it's a cat fight. That's all it is. It's a he said, she said, I'm calling you names, yada, yada, yada. Like, this is the state of our world now, and it's horrible. But I'm looking forward to Jobst hopefully getting some vindication in court and Billy having to pay back if he's received any of this money so far. I mean, who knows if he has or has not. Right. But now a summary judgment being awarded to Jobst. And then all of a sudden it goes like 6 months, a year goes by, and then Jobst slips up. And now you've just got this ping pong match where this fictional money amount is just like being passed back and forth between each other.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they're like in secret alliance with each other. Like, I'll sue you and then you sue me. And look at all the content we're going to get out of this.
Right. We'll make millions.
They're actually secretly working together.
Yes. I will say this. Like, my bias, of course, is because I just can't stand Billy Mitchell.
Yeah.
Turd nugget.
So obviously I'm rooting for Karl Jobst. But the last one was, again, a question of free speech versus slander and libel, especially when it comes to internet content. So there is some additional collateral damage that could happen from this as well, depending on how it goes. I don't want to see YouTube content creators get sued for lesser things and them being able to use this as an example in court to say, oh, well, yeah.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. It would also be nice to see Billy Mitchell stop winning like every lawsuit ever, so he just feels free to keep suing
winning. I mean, that's the dude's like the final boss. You cannot take him down. There's no cheat code. If he's like how many lawsuits has he won versus how many has been brought against him?
It's actually considerably less. Like, most of his get thrown out, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the Twin Galaxies one.
Oh, so a lawsuit against him or something that he's bringing against somebody else?
So he's bringing against someone else. He's lost right. Most of those. Like, they just get like dismissed. But you're right. Twin Galaxies. And so, I mean, 2 out of 400 ain't bad. As long as it keeps the lights on, right?
I guess.
All right, last up, a 91-year-old Ohio woman was recently surprised by a visit from police during an extended gaming session, which had apparently been so absorbing that she missed checking calls and alarmed welfare agents. The unnamed Westlake, Ohio woman is part of the city's Are You Okay police program. Members of the program receive daily calls to confirm their well-being, a godsend for elderly or disabled people living alone, for instance. If the call is not answered, the police department is notified and an officer is dispatched to the home to conduct a personal check-in visit. The Westlake Police Department website explains. On Thursday, April 9th, the elderly gamer missed her regular check-in call as well as follow-up calls from police and her daughter. So officers were sent to her home to check on her. Rather than the old woman in distress, police found her with something to prove. Police entered through the garage and found the woman in her room playing a bubble pop game. In a report, a dispatch officer says she's trying to beat her record and thus missed the check-in calls, but was thankful for the check-in. Westlake Police Captain Jerry Vogel said, everyone got a good laugh out of it. Vogel also stressed that the department's check-in program has saved lives in the past.
What do you want? I'm trying to own these plebs over here.
Just glad it wasn't like hentai and they walked in.
Oh, God.
At 91, what do you even care anymore?
No, yeah.
You can go get it, Grandma.
This story is great, though. I love it for so many reasons. Of course, having a program like this, super, super cool. Glad that the Westlake, Ohio Police Department has this. But secondly, we've all been there. We've 100%, all been
100%.
Right. Just locked into a game. You're going for it. You know, maybe you turned off your notifications or your ringer on your phone. You're like, I'm going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or it's the like one more round and then suddenly it's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
one more round. Next thing you know, you're getting a text like, oh, had the baby. Like, what?
Text from your boss, you're late for work.
Yeah.
Well, I got the high score on a bubble pop game. So.
Go ahead and fire me. I don't need you. I got the high score. This story has been making the rounds like the last 2 days, and most of them did not say what game she was playing. They just said she was playing a game. And so like I had to read like 10 versions to get that she was playing a bubble pop game. And in the meantime, I'm like, what kind of game would so obsess Grandma that she just didn't even have any awareness of anything else going on?
She's a big Call of Duty fan.
Right.
She's teabagging them all left and right.
She was out there sniping noobs, you know? Come in and she's like, headshot!
Lays a Werther's Originals on the corpse.
V-bagging all over the place. Puzzle butter. Fantastic.
So if a 90-year-old guy is teabagging, I mean, he doesn't really have to bend down that much, right?
Not much.
Just
if even that, you just walk over him and kind of drag.
Hey, first time chatter, Galadrius the Mighty. How's it going? Thank you for joining
in. We're just talking about V-bagging.
We're just getting started, man.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, the bubble pop game makes sense, but I was just a little bit disappointed. I wanted it to be something like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
She's a big Madden fan or something. Like just
Webhead says Grandma was playing Retro Rewind and named her store. We got ye old style porn.
Ye old style.
It comes on like a Super 8, like.
So every time you're carrying one like this to the shelves.
Question: what do you think her gamer tag would be?
Granny got you 69. That's probably what it is. 420 XXX.
Yeah. So do you think that you'll still be playing when you're 91 and ignoring your family?
You know, I assume she's playing on her phone.
Yeah, I assume so as well. So
if I could still see the bubbles on my phone, I'll be super happy.
Pop my bubble 91.
Halo sucks and I'm old.
Yeah, like Blue said, if I'm still able to see screens and whatnot whenever I'm 90, I mean, I won't have the reflexes that I do now. But if games go a different way than what they have been, I might not be in that realm anymore. I'm not going to buy the newer systems or anything like that, but I can still enjoy the classics. I have a wealth of classics that at 85 years old, I can pop into my Super Nintendo and play and still enjoy it like I was 12 all over again.
You won't have those shoot 'em up reflexes anymore, though.
No, I'll be like, continue. Damn it. Yep. Damn it. Yep.
It's a reason to take your arthritis meds, though.
Yeah.
There you go.
What are you doing, Grandpa? Putting on the Bengay.
Lube me up.
I'm going. All right, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at our top 3 new releases for the week.
Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream on the Switch. Become the caretaker of an island full of silliness, drama, love, and other surprises. Absurd situations await as you populate your island with me characters based on yourself, family, friends, or original creations. Get to know them, design a world for them to explore, and watch them come to life in the Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream game for the Nintendo Switch system. Mouse PI for Hire, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, Switch, and PC. Join private investigator Jack Pepper on a guns-blazing, jazz-fueled adventure in Mouse PI for Hire. Mouse combines the charm of hand-drawn rubber hose animation inspired by the classic cartoons of the 1930s with the adrenaline and action of an explosive first-person shooter. Pragmata, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC. Pragmata is a unique sci-fi action-adventure game from Capcom. Follow Hugh, a member of an ill-fated investigation team, and Diana, a young android, as they navigate a lunar facility taken over by rogue AI in search of a way to Earth. Now, based on these lovely descriptions this week, Ryan, which one are you going with?
Tamagotchi Life gives me nightmares. I'll be honest with you. It looks creepy to me. Right. No. And if you're familiar with the show at all, you're probably familiar with the fact that I'm just not into cozy games. So this one did not spark joy for me. But the reason I would pick like a I don't know, like a Stardew Valley over this or something, like I'm trying to think of it.
Today, Junior.
Those ones don't creep me out. Me's, for some reason, just the lifeless eyes. Right?
The devil's
like
eyes.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna steer clear of this one in general. I'm torn between Pragmata and Mouse PI for Hire. Pragmata looks like it would be a fun game to do some exploring with, right? Mm-hmm. It sounds like there's a lot of open world aspects to it. I find the girl's voice a little annoying, so that's a little bit there. But I think it could be an interesting trek or at least adventure, finding all the fun, little side quests and things like that. Like it seems like it would be something that would be unique and fun. And it's a game from Capcom, so chances are it's done pretty well. Mouse PI for Hire, though, where I'm leaning mostly towards, it looks like it's a fun first-person shooter. Mm-hmm. It's in like the film noir setting, which I absolutely love. Yep. Right? 1930s animation as well. Just everything about this game screams fun to me. So while I'm like on the fence about these two, I think if I had to choose, I would probably go with Mouse PI for Hire, which I'll be honest with you, I am going to pick up. I'm very curious about this one. So
nice. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going with.
You're not torn like Natalie and Bruglia. You're going to Mouse PI for Hire.
I'm torn. I'm all out of faith.
Blue, what about you? Which one are you picking up this week?
So Tamagotchi Life cracks me up because it's coming right on the heels of Pocopia, which has been a huge success, but is only on the Switch 2. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, hey, everyone who didn't get a Switch 2, you can still play We Got Pocopia at Home. Here, have Tamagotchi Life just for you. What a shitty substitute. Mouse PI for Hire, everything that Ryan said, it looks amazing. I have never been so tempted to try to play a first-person shooter because this looks so fun. But
do it.
One of you guys should get it and play it, and then I can watch and still
Ryan said he's going to
experience it. So
get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
Do it slowly.
Pragmata. It looks great. It is being called already the best game of the year. The review scores are amazing. Mr. Blue got the demo and loved it. And people in the chat are saying, yeah, the demo is super great. I also appreciate that the villains are rogue AI. And so I read that the Capcom artists, they had to design a city that looked like an AI would build it, but they hand created it.
Nice.
So
it's
meta.
like reverse AI.
I know, reverse AI. I love that. So Pragmata for sure. Mouse PI for Hire if someone will play it for me.
Hold on. What? If someone will play it for
meaning one of us, but I get what you're saying. That was weirded weird.
Yeah.
It was weirded weird?
It was worded weird. It was weirded weird.
What about you, Donnie?
Yeah, Tamagotchi Life, no. Pragmata, I don't really care too much for space sci-fi. Like, they kind of lost me, but it's Capcom. So I mean,
Capcom's on a roll lately too.
Right.
They are. So for me, I am truly Natalie Imbruglia and torn with Pragmata versus Mouse PI for Hire. My oldest has all he's been talking about is Mouse PI for Hire. He wants to get it. He wants to try it. I think he and I could probably play this game together. And if it involves like multiplayer, like other people, like we all could play it and have fun. This might be the new thing that replaces Call of Duty. Who knows? I do like the rubber hose style animation, the classic cartoons, and being in the noir setting, like you said. For me, it's a toss-up. Mouse PI for Hire or Pragmata. If I'm being honest, I think Mouse PI might be a little bit cheaper than Pragmata.
Quite a bit.
Pragmata's probably going to be like the full $79.99, where Mouse PI for Hire might be like $25, but who knows?
Something like that, yeah.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
We did ask the patrons what they wanted to play this week. Tamagotchi Life got 4% of the votes. Pragmata got 39%. The winner was Mouse PI for Hire, 43%. And 13% of people said, I'd rather rub a Carolina Reaper in my eyes, aka none. I think we should, if we provide the Carolina Reaper.
Unfortunately, I can't look up who's voted for what. So.
Suddenly nobody's owning up to it.
Right.
All right, before we move on, let's take a quick break to talk about our sponsor. This segment is proudly sponsored by the Retro Game Club podcast. It's a fantastic, family-friendly retro gaming podcast. In each episode, Rob and a guest pick 2 games to play and discuss, as well as news, interviews, and other topics. This week, they want to know, what games have you restarted multiple times with the intent of completing, but never do? Visit them at retrogameclub.net or follow the link in the show notes.
I'm going to get so much hate for this.
Probably not as much as me, but go ahead.
Final Fantasy?
Super Mario RPG.
Okay.
I've tried so many times to play that game, and I'll get into it in the first the first hour or two. It's like, oh, this is fun, and it's entertaining, but it doesn't put its hooks in me to where I'm excited to play. Like, recently played Dragon Quest 1 again for the, on the HD remake. And it was like, as soon as I got home from work, I was like, let's boot this sucker up. I'd wake up and be like, I could do a few battles, right? But it's just something about Super Mario RPG that just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is specifically. It might be the combat or something like hooks into you like a Cenobite. Yes. But yeah. I'm trying to like it. Everybody I've talked to raves about the game, but I just haven't gotten far enough to, I guess, experience that moment of just needing to play it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I have 2 that came immediately to mind. The first was Stardew Valley, which that's on me because I don't normally like cozy games, but everybody just freaking raved about this game. Even people that I thought wouldn't have liked it. They're like, oh my God, see my farm. I have 700 hours into this farm. Come look at my sheep or whatever. And so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I think I made it 3 hours. I was like, I don't understand the point of what I'm doing. So that one was lost on me. And the other one is Final Fantasy VII. I have tried so many times because everybody loves that game. It's practically responsible for making RPGs popular in the West. And so I just keep trying and I just can't do it. I just can't.
No.
Mm-mm.
I know why I love it, and that's because I played it when it came out. So I can't really. Yeah.
Me too.
It's just some of those games,
I suppose, yeah. Maybe just there's a period in my life when I would have been receptive to it, and that has long passed, and now I just not for me.
It's like me and Yo Noid.
Yo Noid is timeless.
Spider-Man for PS4?
Okay.
Yeah. I love Spider-Man. Look at these tattoos. Spider-Man all over the place. But I started playing the game. I loved it immediately. And then I beat the first boss and then got to the second part of the story. And it's like all this shit that you have to juggle. Like the walkie-talkie, like the listening to the police scanner, then having to juggle, like remember all these freaking moves that he has. And I'm just like, just a little bit overloaded. And I've tried it twice now. It's kind of like the movie Anchorman. Whenever I first saw it, the first 2 times I saw it, I tried watching it from start, and I was like, okay. And I turned it off at the exact same point. I was like, I don't like this. But then I picked it up at a later point in the movie, and I'm like, oh, this is freaking hilarious. So now I love that movie. So maybe I just need to play the Spider-Man game at some other point, but then I think there'll be too much stuff to do, and I would just get really frustrated and quit.
Well, Star Wars Steve says Spider-Man rips. I stick with it.
Yeah, I know. I just have to get over that.
Frank says, unfollowing Donnie now. This podcast only has 2 hosts now. So Ryan and I both thought we would be hated, but it's actually you.
Donnie, I totally get that, though. I mean, as you grow older and you obviously have other stuff that you need to do, you can't really immerse yourself into learning all the mechanics of a game, I think. When you were a kid, like, you could just waste all your time. Like, yeah. And nowadays gaming, it takes on a whole new way to enjoy things, right? You're not trying to like master necessarily everything, but you just want to be good and you want to enjoy it. But yeah, I totally get that.
Aren't you the fighting game guy?
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Like I wanted to get into Street Fighter 6. Like I have Street Fighter 6. I started playing it. I'm learning the moves. I'm getting the fighters, but the amount of shit that you have to remember is overwhelming. All the EXs and the special moves and the combo breaks and the counter breaks. And it's like, just give me the old school fighting days, man.
Just find 2 moves that you know really well and spam those over and over.
Low kick.
Uppercut, body blow.
Punch out arcade for the win.
Well, hey there, fellow kids. It's time to go back to when things were simpler. When the change in your pocket could fill up your car. When AI couldn't create images that would make you want to bleach your eyes. When the popcorn buckets didn't put off a vibe and have you thinking intrusive thoughts. It's time to go back to the days of yesteryear with this month's Retrospective. Now, in honor of the podcast's recent playthrough of Retro Rewind, the video store simulator, I thought I'd take a look back on the video rental stores of the 80s and 90s. The mega stores and the small mom and pop shops. The ones that rented video games and the ones that had a curtain to go into a back room section if you were old enough. The radical carpet, the candy and popcorn machines, late fees, and new release schedules. Regardless of how big it was or where it was located, giggity, chances are it brings up a nostalgia trip for you when you think of it. But before all of this started, we have to talk about a little Supreme Court case that almost prevented VCRs and home movie rentals from even happening. In the 1970s, Sony developed the Betamax videotape recording format. Universal Studios and Walt Disney Productions were among the entertainment companies who were weary of this development, but were also aware that the U.S. Congress was in the final stages of a major revision of copyright law and would likely be hesitant to undertake any new protections for the film industry. The companies therefore opted to sue Sony and its distributors in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California in 1976, alleging that because Sony was manufacturing a device that could be used for copyright infringement, the company was thus liable for any infringement committed by purchasers of the device. 2 years later, the district court ruled for Sony on the basis that non-commercial home use recording was considered fair use, and that access to free public information is a First Amendment public interest served by this use. However, this ruling was reversed in a part by the Ninth Circuit Court, which held Sony liable for contributory copyright infringement. That court also held that main purpose of Betamax was copying. The circuit court went on to suggest damages, injunctive relief, and compulsory licenses in lieu of other relief. Sony then appealed to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court ruled 5-4 to reverse the Ninth Court decision, ruling in favor of Sony. The ruling was largely focused on whether the technology in question had significant non-infringing uses and how the plaintiffs were unable to prove otherwise. Immediately after their loss at the Supreme Court, the entertainment companies lobbied Congress to pass legislation that would protect them from the effects of home copying. However, in the 8 years that had passed since the suit was initially filed, the use of home recording devices had become so widespread that Congress was not prepared to take any action detrimental to the significant population of VCR owners. Did I say Congress?
You did say Congress.
I did say Congress. Okay.
Quipkey.
The film industry lobbied Congress to impose a small statutory royalty on the sale of blank videotapes, but Congress would not do so, noting the increased profits for film studios in the home video rental and sales market. Now, rather than the destroying film studios, videotape sales became increasingly important to their revenue. The press discussed the VCR and the viewing habits it has engendered. The Saturday night trip down to the tape rental store to pick out for a couple of bucks the movie you want to see when you want to see it. Film studios opened new divisions to produce pre-recorded tapes, and by 1985, home video sales were about the same as box office revenue. To cope with the videotape format war of the 1970s and 1980s, some stores initially stocked both VHS and Betamax cassettes, while others specialized in one format or the other. During the 1980s, most stores eventually phased out their Betamax section and became all VHS, contributing to the eventual demise of Beta as a home video format. Nevertheless, the Beta form factor remained in use as a professional video format in broadcasting as Betacam. Now, in the 1980s, it was common for shops to rent equipment, typically VHS recorders. I remember accompanying my mom and dad to the video store one time, and they walked out with a VCR and a few tapes. I can't imagine just how much it actually cost to rent the machine. As VHS rentals boomed, other media was also available to rent. Video games. You can walk into a local store empty-handed and walk out with several tapes and or cartridges, but also the equipment to use them. They were the hard plastic carrying cases with the foam inside that would surround whatever device you were renting. VCR, Nintendo, and Virtual Boy. Like this bad boy right here that you would get from Blockbuster. Want to try out that game and system before dropping some serious coin to have it in your living room? Rent it. Spending $35 to rent the system and a game over the weekend was a hell of a lot cheaper than shelling out $200 for the actual system. Don't forget about the $400 deposit, though. Now, you know what wasn't fun? Waiting almost an entire year for a movie to be released on video. If you weren't lucky enough to make it to the theaters to see it, you usually had to wait almost a year in order for it to be released on home video. Once that happened, it was a mad dash to your local store to secure yourself a copy. Now, it seemed like the stars all had to align in order to get a copy for yourself. Your store had to have ordered enough copies, and Mr. Robinson down the street wasn't a dick and returned his copy on time. I remember so many times walking into a Blockbuster and scouring the stack of returned items for that movie or game I had been aching to get my hands on. Sadly, we all know what happened to rental stores. Technology happened. And what once seemed like a pilgrimage to rent a video turned into picking up your remote, scratching your butt, and instantly watching whatever it is you wanted to see. Going to a video rental store used to be an adventure, mostly on the weekends. It was a roller coaster of emotions. The hope that the store had a copy to rent, the jubilation when you got your hands on it, or the devastation when they said, "Sorry, kid, all copies of Castlevania 3 are out. Why not try Reel of Fortune instead?" Well, that does it for me. It's time to go back and watch whatever I want to watch, whenever I want to watch it. I just have to subscribe to 10 different platforms to do it. You never realize just how good you have it until you never have it again.
So I remember in particular renting a Dreamcast from Blockbuster and my mom having to shell out that huge deposit and her basically saying, "If you mess this up, I will kill you." And I remember it came in like that big case and everything. It felt so magical.
Yeah.
In the moment, like Vincent from Pulp Fiction. Like my brother was like,
"Oh, we happy?
Ryan, Ryan, we happy? We happy." Loved that aspect of the renting piece to it, but it was just interesting. You're right with the whole VHS versus Betamax. Obviously, I wasn't around for that, but I still run into collections while I'm looking for old stuff. People who have a butt ton of Betamax, and from what I understand, it was a better quality tape as well.
I think so, yeah.
And it came on like one big reel versus two small ones or something. I don't remember. But I think the Betamax tapes they looked smaller as well. Yep. But nonetheless, it's funny, Betamax, all of a sudden VHS and Laserdisc all trying to vie for the being the media at the time. And then it was Blu-ray, DVD, HD, DVD. So it's like history is repeating itself. Now it's, you have to pay for every streaming service.
I want to watch a movie that I know was on Netflix. I'm like, oh, I'll go to Netflix. Nope, it's not available. Like, what? Okay, go to Prime. Nope, it's not available. Now you have to go to that specific production studio's platform to watch the stupid movie.
Not that I would recommend this or endorse this kind of thing, but there are ways.
Yes, there are. It's got to bring up Napster or LimeWire.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Plex.
Yeah, that too. I am a member of a
Right.
Plex server.
That's how I was able to watch Project Hail Mary for a second time.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I specifically remember a Calvin and Hobbes comic where his parents are going out for the night and the babysitter was sick. And so they say, just sit there and watch TV tonight while we go out. And of course, this was back in the days when you could do that and nobody would call the cops. So as soon as the parents leave, Calvin and Hobbes jump up and grab the phone and they call the video store and they say, we want to rent a VCR and a bunch of scary movies. And I always thought that was so cool. But I do remember being a very small child and going to the video store on the weekends. And we were there to pick out a Rainbow Bright tape or a Care Bears tape or something. But we would have to walk past the horror aisles to get there, and being still shorter than the shelves. And so just looking at all these like scary movie VHS covers as far almost it felt as I could see, and just thinking, I want to rent these ones.
Yeah. Dad's like, stop looking at that.
Right. Pretty much.
I actually remember one tape in particular that, as a very young kid, picked up thinking that it was like a regular movie, and then turning it over and finding that it was definitely not the case. It was a guy on the front who was like a ice cream man, right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like
something lick my cone.
Yeah.
But like you turn the tape over, right, to see the other side, and it's like blood, guts, and gore, and I was like, ah!
Oh, was the ice cream man like a skeleton face?
Like partially, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember.
Galadrius says, wait, the one with Clint Howard? Jack Frost?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
He did have, there was a Jack Frost with Clint Howard. I was thinking of a completely different one, though.
Yeah. It looked like it was kind of a B budget movie, kind of.
I mean, a lot of horror movies back in
back
the 80s were
then,
B-budget movies, yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space had a lot of budget.
Yeah. Critters.
Yeah.
I think I paid $199 for a 4-head VCR back in like 1999, 2000 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then subsequently, like DVDs were already out in 1998, and they were like super expensive. DVD players were super expensive. But I got that. I bought my dad a DVD player, and I think the first couple of DVDs that I purchased ever was Can't Hardly Wait and Blade Runner. Can't Hardly Wait, Blade Runner, and Rounders on DVD.
Interesting mix.
Yeah, and the Blade Runner was for my dad, but I still love that movie. But now, I think this would be a perfect time to open up a movie rental store. Because, I mean, how annoying is it for you if you want to go watch a movie and you're like, oh, I'll go to Netflix, and it's not there. And we're talking about some movie that's been out for 40 years, for 35 years. It's like, by this time, it should be public use.
Smut Hut.
We'll call it Smut Hut. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's 30 years old, and you're still supposed to pay $9.99 to rent it.
Right. Yeah. That's a load of bullshit. So you go to, like, we have these places here called V-Stock where they sell DVDs. So DVDs and Blu-rays. You go and buy all of their stuff, open up a store and say, hey, here you go. Rent $1.99. $1.99 for 2 nights or something like that. Do you think that would really bring in business?
No.
I think it depends on the area. I think if you did it in most cities, no. I think if you did it in a place like Portland, right?
Where it's hip
hipster
and
town.
chic. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think people would just keep them. You wouldn't get them back. Nobody would bother.
Well, if you don't return it, you had to put a credit card down. It's like a hotel room.
Yeah. I'll bet $400 deposit to watch a DVD.
Right. So I bought this DVD for $3. If you don't bring it back, I'm charging you that $3.
Like my instant thought was like, oh, what if you had all these cartoon collections and you could rent those out? I mean, realistically, if you want to watch a cartoon, you go to YouTube.
Right.
Like, oh, I can watch a full episode of Animaniacs or whatever like
Right.
this. But I would love to see something like that. A little store pop up that looked like a mini rendition of a Blockbuster. It had exactly what Blue had in her video store. You've got arcade machines, you've got props and stuff, and something to make it an interactive experience, right? Something for people to do and rent at the same time.
What you need is kind of like a cinema setup, right? So what you can do is rent a bay that's set up like it's an 80s living room with like a really ugly couch and like wood paneling on the walls and stuff, right? You pick out a tape, you go in there and watch it with your friends. You can bring it's a BYOB situation, right? Don't puke on the carpet, thank you. And then charge them at a premium so they can get the nostalgia going to the movies.
I think that's what would sell. It's not so much the movies themselves. Like Puzzle Better, she just mentioned that libraries, most libraries have a huge selection of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. So you can rent those for free, but that doesn't have the experience of a Blockbuster in the 90s on a Friday night.
So front section's a Blockbuster. You can rent a bay. And by the way, we apparently have millions of dollars, so we also have an arcade for you to come to.
Ooh, you can rent the experience. The living rooms are the experience.
That's what I mean.
Come in, have a movie watching party where you don't have to clean up. You come in, you bring the stuff, and you don't have to clean up, and you leave.
We got the special room with the like vinyl couch so we can spray it down after you're done.
I was going to say, when everybody's just in there having sex on your couch, I mean.
There is a deposit for jizz.
Yes.
Well, thank you for listening to episode 208 of Gamers Week podcast. And a big thank you to the Retro Game Club podcast, Love Retrospective, Pixel Pond Production Company, and Absolutely the Best Podcast, a work in progress, for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to check out their links in the show notes. If you want to connect with Gamers Week, follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at Gamers Week PC.
Go Hoboco says jizz is the deposit.
Well done. Watch us right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gamers Week Podcast, where we record live every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Email us at gamersweekpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our merch store at gamers-week-podcast.creator-spring.com. Or if you want to do it the easy way, follow the link in the show notes. And last but not least, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/GamersWeek. Finally, since you made it all the way to the end of the episode, please leave us a rating or a review to let us know how we did. Really do value your feedback. And while you're there, consider subscribing on iTunes, Spotify, or your podcast platform of choice. We didn't get any comments on Spotify last week, and I was sad. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me.
So whenever you were doing Blue's intro, it made me think of, there was a voice clip. A coworker would leave his PC unlocked. So I'd go and sneak in, get this clip, and attach it to a binding. So he'd play it, and it would yell out, "Hey, I'm watching porno over here."
It's like those old videos you would send to somebody. It would be like something that they would really concentrate, and all of a sudden it would go, "Oh, yeah."
Well, that does it for us this evening. Thank you, everybody, for hanging with us. We greatly appreciate it, and providing some hilarious content for the episode.
Absolutely.
This is all for you, so thank you very much. We will be back on Monday for a
Uncut.
Uncut, yes, an actual uncut recording. So we will do that, and then we will be back next Wednesday, for another live episode to tantalize your ear holes. So thank you again for hanging with us. We do appreciate it. We love you guys, and we will see you next week.
Have a good one, everyone.
Good night.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
So my brother-in-law this weekend was telling us, because he works at a long-term care facility, and like a lot of their patients are dementia patients and things like that. So he said there's this one old lady with dementia, and every time she sees a man, it doesn't matter who it is, she catcalls him. But she's just putting out gibberish. So somebody will walk by her room and she goes, "Hey, Bida bada Buddha. Eh?
Like a minion?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Winking and she'll go, "Rawr, Bida bada Buddha."
Yeah, I think that chicken room 4 is into me. Hey, attention's attention.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut.
Welcome to Gamers Week Uncut, patrons with benefits. This is the unscripted, patron-only bonus cast with less editing and more dirty jokes. We don't know where the conversation will go, but we're sure it will be weird.
This fish just went right on my nipple. And I'm just like,
I Google Street Fighter 6. The first search result that comes up is people think they can see Ryu's in the Street Fighter 6 reveal.
Listen up here, kids. You're not going to want to get one of those VD-STDs things, right? Make you fall off. When you go, grab a pro. You'll be doing it for America.
that was perfect.
If you want to hear weekly episodes of our patron-only bonus cast, join us at patreon.com/gamersweek.